like you watched the problem. 99.3. It's not bad. Come on now. 99.3 Nigeria Info. You on the sunny side. It's 38 minutes past 12. How are you? Welcome to Confessions Thursday. After Confessions, we go to the Lords of Logic. All right. Are we done with last week's conversation on the Lords of Logic?
No.
Lagos, why does it take us so long? I mean,
I think they didn't quite comprehend the meaning of the question because everybody was answering from the back.
We need to go into something else. I want us to go into emotions, okay? Yeah, emotions. emotions. Exactly. You heard what you heard. Okay, so today I think we can attempt to just wrap up this, where do bad behaviors come from? And why aren't we done with that? Isn't it obvious where it comes from? Okay, let's try again. Today is our last shot at trying to comprehend the source origin of bad behavior. And I guess a number of guesses, then maybe intuition, maybe revelation, maybe comprehension, maybe understanding, maybe logic. Thinking is something, man. But like I can truly trust you with responsibility of thought. I can trust you with the responsibility to be sober in a more like you quiet your mind and see what comes to you, or you quiet your mind and see where it takes you, all the clues that can pour in, and then you try to use thought to string every element of the thought out and see what you can weave together by way of comprehending, understanding, honest evaluation of a matter. We truly could be touching the light this afternoon. We need to go into emotions. I want to see how much trouble we can get ourselves into. In that regard, for me, it's that I've heard the social construct a little too much. Men not showing emotions, and men thinking that emotions is a woman thing. It's a feminine trait. That men don't show emotions, and if men show emotions, it's a kind of weakness. All right, so you kind of get the reference here. So what we're trying to do on the Lords of Logic is to penetrate the construct, right? Yeah, penetrate the thought or the social construct and see what we hit, attempt to understand the construct, attempt to figure out the origins, the roots of this thing called emotions, attempt to understand it, attempt to understand its utility, if there is a utility, attempt to understand the force behind it, attempt to understand if it's necessary, why it's necessary, if it's not necessary, or maybe see whether we can truly uncover how, in the absence of emotions, what remains of the being who doesn't exercise emotions. All right, so that's really what I would like for us to look into. So just giving you a heads up. In the meantime, you know exactly what it is. Now, if you're new around the block, welcome. Around this block, it's just because it's daylight, the sun's risen. Otherwise, to be honest with you, you can come around here naked. Nobody's looking. It's Confessions Thursday. And really what I mean is that you can wear the cloak of anonymity and tell the secrets of your life. Tell how you see life. Tell how life's interacting with you. Tell how you comprehend it. Tell the challenges. Tell the pain, the regrets, the shame, the sadness, the confusion. Share the grief, maybe even the victory. Share an understanding. Share a comprehension. Share your wit. Share the madness, the order. Share the survival. Share the comeback. Share. I mean, it's life, right? It looks normal. And then you realize you've been insane the whole time. It's life. It's not straightforward. So through your lens, whatever your stories, life encounters, it's Confessions Thursday. And I'd like to hear the secret, the one you haven't shared with anybody. The one sometimes you're ashamed to share, maybe frightful to share. But I must put it to you, whether the science or the actual human observation, to confront your fear is truly an act of victory. It's a remarkable feat of courage to be able to confront the things that hold you bound, threaten you, confine you, truly reinforce your inhibitions. And so I would say, really, there is a psychological benefit to Confessions Thursday. You get the benefit of company. Those who may have lived the experience have an idea, know a way out of something. Or it's even the case of you can truly just look the problem in the eye and you attract to the story witnesses to your matter that show that you are truly capable of overcoming whatever challenges life has thrown your way. Welcome to Nigeria Info. The sun rises here. My name's Joyce. Kemi is with us. Why am I introduced? Well, honestly, your seasonal feature. Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you're not a fixture. All right, so Kemi's on the block today. And of course, she's going to try to read messages. She's going to try to advise you. You're going to try to agree or disagree. Then all of you seducers.
Oh, no.
Okay, she says no. Fantastic. Then let's begin the show. You're on the sunny side. Let's begin Confessions Thursday today. Kemi's going to share the numbers with us.
Okay, so the main line is 0201-277-0993. That's the main line. 0201-277-0993. For females, it's 0201-465-7190. 0201-465-7190. And if you want to call the WhatsApp number, it's 0809-597-5805. Okay, 0809-597-5805.
We're live streaming. You can find us on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Remember, when you're calling, you don't say your name. It's a ground rule. All right, with that out of the way, we begin. Confessions Thursday. How are you? I lost you. Maybe you'll make it back. Kemi, hit the ground.
Hey,
Jumping.
This person is from last week. It says, Joyce, a guy friend or a male friend needs your advice. It says he went to see a friend of his on Friday night, and then on Saturday morning, after his friend left for work in the morning, his friend's wife, also about to go out for an event, asked for his help to zip up her back dress zipper that stretches from her waist to her top neck. Nothing inside covering her bra. He says it all happened. He says it has happened twice now. Your advice for my friend.
Well, but dignified. Because right now, first of all, why are you there? Two, if you're going to stay there, you need the grit of a man who's not going to die today. So if she says, "Oh, come and help me," don't even act like you sense anything. Unfortunately, you don't want to make it appear as though you think she's up to something. In that moment, you're a brother who can help his sister out. So her back is bare. She wants you to pull up the zipper. You go there with courage. You're quick about it. Sure, you look good. Yeah, you wrap it up. Because maybe she could be giving you a clue, or she may not be giving you a clue. Some people are like honest. Some people don't. I don't even know if it's a broad thing or not. Some people really have no inhibitions that. They don't care for whether you see them naked. Yeah. Some people are really. So we don't know what it is. We're not about to find out. Okay. No. You don't care. You just know what you're here for. I don't know why you're there once again. Getting out is always a good idea. But between now and when you're able to get out, when as long as it's not a I didn't want to say that. As long as it's okay, no, let's leave that. No, I
know. Well, so that he knows
as long as it's not any more than as you have described it,
which is the zipper pulling up. You are safe.
You can survive. You can live another day. You can.
Amen.
You can live well today to face tomorrow.
Okay. This person says, "Good afternoon, Joyce. How are you doing? I want your opinion on this. What are the consequences of a man getting married to a lady that he is younger than? Do you think that ladies take advantage of this situation to treat the guy how they wish, or guys feel they can't handle such women?"
It's gonna have to be a case judged on its merits. I guess there are women who will not take advantage, and there are women who will take advantage. There are women who, it's just really that. So we can speak. I cannot say that this is a guaranteed outcome, because the nature, the character, depends on the woman we're talking about here.
Yeah.
If she loves you, she wouldn't take advantage of you. If she loves you, she wouldn't. If she likes you today, she may not take advantage of you today. If you piss her off tomorrow, all bets could be off. You see that? Yeah, because she needs something to use against you. And you being younger than her can be one of it. If she has more money than you do, that could be, yeah. So it speaks to the nature of the person. So there isn't any general rule. So if we're speaking about a person, otherwise I would say, oh, but it's marriage. I would have said you kind of establish a relationship and let's see what your relationship is like. What your relationship is like.
Yeah.
If you have a respectable, loving relationship, that is an indicator of what can be tomorrow. That's not a guarantee. It's an indicator. Now it may be good today, good tomorrow, but by next tomorrow, yeah, she's met her match somewhere, and she would rather have that than have you. There are no carpet rules for these things. We just have to look at the character, the nature of the person in the picture.
Okay. This person here says, please, can you add this to next week's topic? Men are logical while women are emotional. Are you?
Well, that's an aspect of our conversation on the Lords of Logic. If we're able to get done with the roots, the source origin of bad behavior.
This person has jumped to the Lords of Logic.
Lords of Logic people, chill.
You wait. When
Relax.
they say you arise now, you sleep.
Let's be our brother's keeper and entertain lovers of confessions. We're Nigeria Info. Welcome. Oh, pardon me. The sunny side, welcome to Confessions Thursday.
Good afternoon.
Welcome. Do you have a confession? Turn that off.
Yeah. Tell me, how are you? I love Tell so much.
Good afternoon, ma.
Yeah, my confession is this. My name is Sam. Oh, I'm sorry for you said my name.
You get it. Good. Go ahead now. Don't say your name.
AKA PG Lover. I'm gonna say.
Don't bother with the AKA. Do you have a confession, honey?
Yes. My work na job. I do job. I'm a farmer. So I do for myself and I do for others. So you can't get one day as I dey make ridges as I was heaping. Now so I dig out identity cards of Nigerians and the number of it now like 28. So I was like, what could have happened or what could have transpired to that? So I just want to be sure that the names of the bearers of the identity cards those people are saved. Yeah.
What
so
kind
what
of
can
ID
I do
card,
about
like,
it?
Is it PVC? Are you talking PVCs?
No, ID, like 28 of them.
Well,
So,
take it to the
like,
nearest police
I was
station. I guess that's what we can do.
Pardon?
Take it to the nearest police station. That's what I think we should do.
Okay.
I mean, these are identity cards of 28 different people, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and they happen to be dock workers, and the company appeared to be situated in somewhere in Port Harcourt, with the address, given.
If you have the address, can you get a phone number and call, find out whether they know those? Well, if they may know those people.
And I found those identity cards in Ogun State, and the company is right in Port Harcourt. So
Well, we don't know exactly
that
what
was
the
a-
issue is, except we call the company and find out whether are these your staff members, are they dead or alive? I found their ID cards, because who knows?
Yeah,
at this point we can't quite determine what the situation is.
Okay.
So, well,
I
go to the
will,
police station, or if you're curious enough, you can just call. You can call the company. You can Google. You can search them on the internet and find out whether you find a number, and call the number. Say, hey, I found this. Are these your staff members? Are they alive or dead? I don't know. I just found this. It may help you in case you're looking for them.
I think you
Okay.
should also call
that would be
anonymously.
nice. All right.
All right. Well, good luck. No, it's not. What? He didn't do anything. Why?
What if?
What if what?
I'm about to say something,
But he's in Ogun State and they're in Port Harcourt.
Exactly. That's what brings my what if into my head.
Well,
It's a scenario I'm
he
trying
may
to
not
paint,
need
but,
to.
like-
He may not need to identify him. I don't.
I don't think I would. You're trying to. Why did you find 28 ID cards
Why
that
not?
are
People
not?
found PVCs of an entire state somewhere.
So that's PVCs.
Okay.
The people are there.
You think this is a
the
trap?
PVCs are here.
You think this is a trap?
No, I think it's something that has been done that was done far away from home, and now somebody has found something that they thought was buried, and they are going to probably bury the person with the thing that he found.
Kemi, this is the problem. When you watch too many movies.
I'm just saying.
But even in the movies, they don't go out. Come on. Okay, well, in the movies.
Okay. They hold conversions in the movies, these people.
No. Well, okay, just in case you're paranoid, you can actually call and say, I found this. They're going to ask who you are.
Yeah, and that's when you say...
But fine. You say, well, it's not necessary. These are the names that I have on the cards. Do you know them? Blah, blah, blah. But then again, the cards mean, except they're looking for them. If they are looking for them, this may be a clue as to a possible location, or this could be a trail.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not doing this.
Okay.
Just call, or go to the nearest police station. That's what I think is safe to do.
Yeah.
Except you're curious and you're like, let me try my CIA skills.
No, don't do it.
Don't listen to people like Kemi. Like, they project their fears on you, and it's very limiting. You know, you never know what you find. You don't know how good you are at this FBI thing until you get a chance.
Why Nigeria?
The more reason why you should consider it.
It's hot in the street.
All right. Don't mind Kemi. Confessions Thursday. Remember, when you're calling, you don't say your name. Remember that. We're going to go off on a break because we're due for a break. We'll be right back. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. Confessions Thursday. We'll be back. If news is your quest, or gist your request, well, somewhere over your rainbows.
Over your rainbow!
Is the sunny side.
They better know it!
With Joyce.
Let's talk.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira.
99.3 Nigeria.
And in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3 hash. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
You're listening to Confessions Thursday with Joyce on the sunny side.
Confessions Thursday, Nigeria Info. Welcome.
Yeah, Joyce, good afternoon.
Welcome. Do you have a confession?
No, quick
1
one.
minute,
The man
1 minute.
that find the ID cards, the best thing to do, just like you said, is you go to the police station and explain what happened. And quick one, Joyce, you can leave. Because yesterday people were...
I didn't need your permission. Let's not do that. I didn't need your permission.
Uh-huh,
I wouldn't
good.
even stay because
Good.
of
Let
my
them
mom.
know. Tell them then. Tell them, because they were accusing me yesterday. Thank you.
Can you imagine?
I'm lost.
You don't own me. I don't know why you would have given yourself that much illusion. You called me to tell me that I could leave. Wow. Okay, Confessions Day. Confessions Thursday. When you're calling, you don't say your name. Okay, so now there are a number of people on WhatsApp reacting to
What I've been saying. They're saying the same
Okay,
thing.
well,
Shall I read?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. This person says Kemi is saying the truth about those ID cards. The caller should be anonymous. Nigeria does not smile at the good-hearted. This next person says the police is not your friend, though. They should deal with this more carefully, please. As for us not to have another story later.
Vaughn is also of the same sentiment. Are you half awake or half asleep?
I'm just paying very rapt attention.
You have the same sentiment.
I agree. What if they were kidnapped? What if a crime was committed and then those that pile of ID cards somehow, some way, in some fashion, ended up in another place?
That's exactly what this appears to be.
Yes.
So maybe this is him helping out, right?
Because I mean, if it were PVCs, that would be understandable. Politicians are here and there, looking for voters and whatnot.
Buy.
Yeah, not just that, but everybody's in that electoral spirit.
Where they are searching.
And so, of course, ID cards would vanish. PVCs would vanish.
Okay.
But those are PVCs, Joyce, not national ID cards. How many times do people walk around?
Or office IDs.
Thank you. So, those cards...
They better be picking up or we'll put it down.
I don't know what y'all have been through, but I can truly feel it from here. This is a reflection of what you've been through. Okay. And you know what? I concede. So be anonymous. Don't introduce yourself. But I think the police is safer. I don't agree with the person who says the police is not your friend. I mean, he just found it. Mm-hmm. Now, he can disregard it, just burn it. But I guess he truly may... I would love for him to be of service to humanity. Maybe this is not the place where you do that.
Not in this country. Not in these climes.
Not in these parts.
Look, as a journalist, Joyce will tell you, do it. That's your civic responsibility.
Good for you.
But as a fellow human being, count your teeth with your tongue.
As a fellow Nigerian.
As a fellow Nigerian.
My guy, don't panic. Don't panic. Nigeria is with you. All right? We're a few seconds away from the top of the hour, and next is the news update. We'll be back. Confessions continues on the other side of the hour.
Count on us for your daily dose of information and current affairs.
You ask for it, the conversation, and more on Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Nigeria is pushing back against stricter U.S. visa policies that slash validity periods for students, tourists, and business travelers. The objections follow similar restrictions by the UAE and the United Kingdom, and foreign ministry officials are in talks with U.S. diplomats, arguing the measures strain long-standing bilateral ties. The changes affect visas issued from the 8th of July, though existing visas remain valid. The Senate has ordered a probe into rising Ponzi schemes after crypto bullion exchange allegedly defrauded investors of over 1.3 trillion naira. Senator Adetokunbo Abiru, who raised the motion, warned of the financial and mental toll on victims. A joint Senate committee will hold a public hearing and report in 1 month. Former UN Ambassador Professor Ibrahim Gambari wants Nigerians to choose competent leaders in 2027. Speaking at Garba Shehu's book launch, he said leadership reflects voters' choices and urged citizens to be involved in picking presidents and governors. And on the international front, U.S. President Donald Trump has drawn criticism once again, this time for a remark made during a White House luncheon with African leaders. The controversy began when Liberian President Joseph Boakai delivered a short address, and Trump, seemingly surprised by Boakai's fluency, asked where President Boakai learnt where to speak beautifully. And President Boakai reportedly responded, saying he was educated in Liberia, a country where English has been the official language since the founding by freed African Americans in 1847. The comment has ignited backlash, with critics accusing Trump of disregarding Liberia's historical ties to the United States and its long-standing use of English. And that's all the updates we have for you at this time. It is back to Confessions Thursday with Joyce right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Yvonne Ochaifo. Thank you for your time.
Quality talk.
Intelligent conversations.
Always interesting.
So engaging.
Sometimes even mind-boggling.
Nigeria Info. Ask everyone. Anyone.
You're listening to Confessions Thursday with Joyce on the Sunny Side.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. It's Confessions Thursday. It's 3 minutes past 1 p.m. So I have a message here inboxed to me. Joyce, well done. I love what you do. I enjoy radio because of you. I have a confession. I've been dating this guy, but he doesn't give me money. I don't ask. Maybe that's the reason he doesn't give to me, but I leave clues. He just doesn't. I've been in this relationship for over a year. What do you think? Do I stay or do I leave? I'm also trying to avoid being called a gold digger or a woman who keeps asking for money. I'll be listening. Turn on my microphone. Confessions Thursday. Lady, yeah, thank you so much for enjoying the radio with us. Good. It's about time to leave. I don't know what you're doing with the stingy guy. It's about time to leave. Well, so let me contextualize it. You give to who you love. Period.
Simple.
I mean, people be giving to who they like or who you love. No, say now maybe he may not even love you, but if he likes you, I mean, you're in a relationship with him. The only reason he's not giving you is because you're not the one. I couldn't say it in another language clearer than I've said it. You're not the one. If you were the one, psychologically, men are very showy to the woman that they like. They make no reservations to show, to display, to want you to know that they're into you. And love is active. And so maybe what I mean is it's action. And it's in actions that you can tell. And I like that you don't ask him. And if he doesn't have the sensibility to give you, don't teach him. It's not your duty. It's not your place. It's not a responsibility of yours. Then he may play this dumb thing and say, like he may play dumb and say, well, you don't ask. That's what it's all right. Be out. Because I want you to close your eyes. I hope you're a woman of imagination. Close your eyes and imagine what life with him will be like. Good. The time you've spent with him is enough indication, and I think that's what you're writing me. Now we gathered here today to reinforce the necessity of your exit. Exit door, please. Thank you. Confessions Thursday.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Welcome. Do you have a confession?
No, I want to talk about the woman that found ID cards.
Okay, so first of all, I think that's a guy. Femi is you. Femi. I'm going to replace you with Femi at this point. Kemi thinks it's a guy. It's a woman, but it's actually a guy. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. It was a guy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
1 minute. Go ahead.
The police is not your friend in this situation. I still have a neighbor in Kirikiri for the past 3 years. He found a phone and took it to the police. They took it from him. He wrote a statement and left. About 2 weeks later, they came to pick him up. The phone was snatched from somebody and the person was killed. He's still in Kirikiri till today. The best he can do is put those things together and go and drop it near the police station where the police themselves will see it. He should not get involved or he'll regret it for the rest of his life. Because like Kemi rightly said, it seems like Joyce is still in dreamland. You don't know this is Nigeria. May Nigeria not happen to us. Have a good day.
Okay. You know what? You can have it. I don't have any qualms with you having it. But I also want to say that the fate of one man is not the fate of the other man. And many times, instances pose themselves. And because we're not a people of courage, because we are frightened, we confine ourselves by the fears projected on us by someone else. And I can understand the sensitivity of this and how Nigeria has practically reconditioned or rewired your brain. I totally get it. But the tragedy of this is, if this is what you believe and this is how you act, in the areas of life where courage is a requirement, where faith is what's expected in order to just walk through a shadow or the darkness, then you lose, because you kind of get what I'm putting down, right? You lose because you have not exercised courage and you are now the express work of someone else's opinion. So I get it. So I guess it's now the discretion of the man who has called us to decide whether he will courageously approach the police and say, I found this on my farm. I mean, you're innocent. I get it. I also understand that there are innocent people, like this last caller has said. Innocent people who have, in their innocence,
just gotten into trouble,
put their faith in the Nigerian police, and those ones, none the wiser, trying to appear like they are working without any good conscience, indict the innocent. I get it. But the problem that I also would like to highlight is that when you adapt the philosophy of someone else, you're also confined by that. And remember that life will require enough sensitivity, sensibility to know when to not go, when to speak, when to don't, when to fight, when to not, when to be at peace, when to go to war. Yeah, and you must determine that by the merits of what comes your way. Otherwise, you're a mimicry, right? All right. Well, thank you so much for calling. I guess the discretion is his now to decide. And no, I'm not in dreamland. Maybe it's Shangri-La. It's La La Land, but not dreamland. Maybe it's a little heaven, it's a little utopia.
You try in this Nigeria. Nigeria will enter your utopia. Stop pulling things down. Just throw it into chaos there. Wait.
Confessions Thursday is 10 minutes past 1 p.m. Remember, when you call in, you don't say your name. Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Welcome. It's Confessions Thursday. You don't say your name. Go ahead.
Just a comment on this issue of ID card. I listened to the penultimate caller who talked about his friend being Kirikiri. See, if you have been in the police station before, or you have been involved in cases with police and so on, especially the Nigerian police, okay, you need to act with a lot of wisdom. I will not advise that person to take the ID card to the police, you see, because if you take it to the police, they will take down your details. Now, let me tell you what happens with the police. Anytime they are looking for someone to criminalize or so, if they come across your identity at that time, the person is in for it.
Wow.
You get my point, Joyce?
Yeah.
So I advise that man to just keep the ID card somewhere else. He shouldn't go to the police at all, especially the Nigerian police. He should never try it. Thank you.
As I said the last minute, I'm sticking to what I said. The discretion is his. There are people who have gone. There are people who have gone to the police who are not in prison. There are people who have gone who are in prison, and there isn't any way to really overcome life and life's obstacles. Then that's you're courageous enough to take a chance to make a move. And I'm not going to make that move for you. And if the majority of the opinion is one where so what kind of system? Wow. Suddenly now it's like, is this really what the police is? They would need to wash away their sins at this point, because you know what? I'm sticking to what I said and let the man decide. So he can listen to you and decide that this is the best outcome. He can listen to himself and decide and take a chance and find out what he learns from his exercise of courage. Well, thank you so much for calling. Remember, it's Confessions Thursday. When you're calling, you don't say your name. We're Nigeria Info. You're on the sunny side. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon to you.
Mr. Joy, please, I'm begging you because of half of that man to advise the man to not go police station.
Ha!
Because Nigerian police is not, they are not working anything. That man will go jail. They will say that person, please, just advise the man, please. No.
Tell me what or what not to do. I have done exactly what I will do, and I have willed it, and I have said that the discretion is his. He reserves that.
She gave him two options: go to the police station or
do you even listen? So I think you guys don't even listen. You just project your fear. You just panic and then react. Thank you for calling me. I said what I said. All right. Imagine asking me not to advise him. You might as well. You don't own my head, but you want to use it. Nigerians,
they love you.
That's not how you should imagine being in this kind of bond. My good God. Confessions Thursday.
Okay. This person says, Salute Joyce, a pal needs an advice. His friend now hates his mother because she's always rubbing the fact that she owns the house the family lives in on the face of the father. When the mother had
wait, bring it back.
The friend, this guy is talking on behalf of his friend.
Good.
He says his friend now hates his mother because she's always rubbing the fact that she owns the house the family lives in on the face of the father.
Okay.
When the mother had nothing, it was the father that supported the family and even sponsored the mother to her present lucrative business. And now that she is well off financially and her husband is not, she treats him like an houseboy. It means to say houseboy. Because of her attitude and constant degrading of his father, the boy now hates her. Please, Joyce, he wants this hate to go away, but each time he sees how she treats his father, who is her husband, the hate comes rushing in. What should he do?
Okay. I want you to listen to what I'm about to say and don't misconstrue it, okay? Your mom is a victim of your cultural practices. This thing, the patriarchy thought in order to exercise dominance, that it was necessary to confine the women to whatever rules that our culture as we know it set for women. And so your mom, she could just be outrightly the seed of darkness, like just be a witch, right? Or she's probably a victim of the system that the patriarchy has created. So imagine a woman who's been told your place is in the kitchen, be silent, only speak when spoken to, you're the weaker vessel, you confine her, you limit her, and you tell her that the person who has been exalted above her reason and her will is a man. And that while she's catering to things deemed less socially valuable, that the man is tending to things deemed socially valuable. So society placed going out, bringing bread inside to feed the family more valuable than maintaining the home, keeping the order, raising kids, taking them to school, washing, cooking, clean, So that's what society did. So imagine a woman who comes out of the shadows. Because if you say your mom, I'm thinking by every measure of my perceived assumption, she is from the last generation, probably born in the 60s, 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, right? Good. Let's say 60s, 50s, 60s, right? So imagine a woman who comes from that era where that was how the whole community, the whole society held a kind of persuasion or belief to not just do her own part, but do your father's part. Do you understand it? Good. And then maybe through the years, the love has waned. Maybe your father has, I don't know, because now you paint your father as a good guy. It may be the case, and remember, your mom could just be a witch. Or maybe your father has also exercised the arrogance of his masculine dominance over her, over what she's worth, over, how these men can be just because they think they have the color of authority or the illusion of power. And then your mother makes money. The only outcome is to remind your father that she's the man of the house, and he will do as she says. So your hate, I think your hate needs to be educated. Remember, I'm not in your home. I don't know what has informed your mom's behavior, your dad's behavior. I don't know how your father got out of job. He could have been a drunk, messed up his opportunities, ruined his life. Your mom didn't want a divorce, picked him up to cover his shame, and then to not get the whole community talking about how she divorced her husband. So she was dealing with the whole other psychological burden. That's not the story. That's my assumption. She did all of that. Yeah, your father is subject to her, even by the logic of your culture. Now, it's a different thing. If she had loved your father was good to her, your father, fate's unfair to your father, and your mother realized, wow, my husband is suffering, blah, 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 and she picks it up, nobody knows. Nobody will know. That's not the situation. That is, I'm constructing a reality in my head. So to hate your mom, I say that to say that hating your mom requires understanding. Is your mom an outright witch? Suffer not the witch. How does it put it? Suffer not the witch to what? Google it so that we just remind the witches we're about them too. Good. So if your mom's a witch, yeah, you hate a witch, makes sense. If your mom is a victim of the social construct of society, then you are also damaging yourself. It can be said that you haven't learned from the very same things that have damaged your childhood, your growing up. And chances are you could repeat it in the future. So it's necessary that you sit down with this pain that you feel and attempt to comprehend why this thing is. If your mom is a victim, victims sometimes cannot redeem themselves. So you look at the relationship between your mom and your dad, and you swear to not repeat it. So maybe fundamentally what that would require is that you choose not to be like your father, that you would do things differently, you would love your wife differently, you would have a different kind of agreement and setup just so that you can at least attempt for a different outcome. That is my judgment. Otherwise, you are just another generation repeating the sins of the father, repeating the chaos of old. And I know it's not easy, but I'm saying we can make it easy and eventually easier by comprehension. My mom, I was looking, and the benefit of my own background is that my parents are educated people, but you could still see the influence of culture. And every time I would get into a debate with my father, it was just old school, new school, that generation, this generation, belief. Sometimes it was my father's conviction. Sometimes it was my own ignorance. But, I can talk, so I just talk through it, And the more I grew up, the more I understood where my mom was coming from. I understood the background. I understood her father. My mom's father was rich. But my mom told me that her father my mom's father was not only rich, he was educated. But her father had the judgment of the dominant culture, which is everybody trained their sons. So the focus was on her brothers. She went to school. But I'm just even letting you know, rich and educated had the mentality of the culture. I had a lawyer here. What's that man who's on Nigeria Info Saturday?
Barrister Olumide.
Olumide told me, I didn't even know the Bianca story, Bianca and Ojukwu. Look how educated Ojukwu is, or how the family is. It was Olumide who told me that Bianca has been going to court with the Ojukwu family. As educated as that family is, they have the mentality of the dominant culture. I didn't know it was Olumide who told me. So Bianca had to stay to war, to fight. And it took her how many years to lay claim to her husband's property. These are educated people. Like Ivy League type education. So there is the education of the mind and the indoctrination of culture. And so to not understand how the external influences finger your thinking, finger your mind, and influence your outcome, then you repeat the same mistake. In fact, the only difference is the time is happening. Everything plays back. Everything happens again. You're like your father. You marry a woman who's like your mother. What they did to your father, a woman will do to you. You repeated it. So be a little patient with the thinking and the comprehension. You kind of get you get the import, right?
Yep.
Life can be hard, and if we're sensible and if we try introspection and if we're faithful to good judgment, we will not make the same mistakes. And I'm asking you to be a little patient with that. Thank you so much for writing me. Let's go to the telephone lines then, right? All right, Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Welcome.
Hello.
Hey, welcome. It's
Yes,
Confessions
good
Thursday. Do you have a
afternoon.
confession?
So I just want to say something, please.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this is what I would do. Talking about the man that saw an ID card. So because of people do not trust the police.
You have 1 minute, so speak like you're going somewhere, okay?
Okay, so because police do not trust these people, the masses do not trust the police. For me, myself, I would just give them a wrong address and a wrong phone number and drop it in and go my way.
Right.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So basically just be anonymous. Like hide your face, hide your name, hide your number, drop it, go somewhere. All right, thank you. Thank you. Confessions Thursday, 99 point... suffer not the witch to live. I like it. I like it when you know what I'm talking about. All right, 99.3 Nigeria Info is Confessions Thursday. Kemi, you want to read?
Yeah.
Okay.
This person says, kindly advise the man to discard all those ID cards unless he wants Nigeria to happen to him. This person says the guy should go and rebury the ID card. This person says in a country where if you call emergency and no one else calls and reports the same story, you be the one to explain. 2023, coming to Lagos along Bini Road, we were driving and someone wanted to urinate, so we stopped. Joyce, I just moved an inch to urinate and I saw piles of remains, like countless bones. I'm not the only person that saw it, but as people saw it, they kept mute, and that's how I also kept mute.
We're going to go off on a break. Can we hold your breath? 99.3 Nigeria Info, you're on the sunny side. My name is Joyce. We're live streaming. We're on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Quality talk.
Intelligent conversations.
Always interesting.
So engaging.
Sometimes even mind-boggling.
Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. Ask everyone. Anyone.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
This is not just a debate. It's a battle of minds. A clash of brilliance. A war of words. And only one champion. One true champion will rise. The regional champions are ready. The stage is set. The stakes higher than ever before. Catch the I Beg to Differ National Finals live on all Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM stations nationwide. It's intellect, it's passion, it's the future in action. Debate redefined. The IBTD National Tournament begins August 11th, 2025. Only on Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM nationwide. For sponsorship, call 0805-581-5844 or email ibegtodiffer@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
To Confessions Thursday with Joyce on the sunny side.
99.3 Nigeria Info Lagos. Don't forget that you can win money too on this show, okay? Yes, we give away money on the sunny side. All you have to do, my dear, is play. That's all you have to do. Go to the website www.oneplay.ng or dial the code *347*880*3#. All you need to do is play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds your tickets will be in the draw. Remember that the more you play, the better your chances of winning every day. And there's money to be won across board. Yes, you can win money on WhatsApp Lagos, Sunny Side, Game On shows, weekday, weekend, money everywhere, money crossfire too. There's money on there as well. But that's not all, because every Friday there's a jackpot of 50,000 naira, and that's what. Oh, tomorrow, yes, one person can win 50,000 naira on each of those shows. all you have to do is make sure that you're playing during the week, and it automatically qualifies you for that weekly jackpot. But even if you've not been playing, still play. Who knows? Okay, so your chances of winning are still the same whether you play on the website, which is www.oneplay.ng, or you dial the code *347*880*3#. Now, wait, guys, remember to play responsibly. If you're under 18, this one is not for you. Yes, 18 is the legal age. All right, all this is sponsored by OnePlay, National Trading Services Limited, and you're saying there's money on ground. Let's get it.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. It's 28 minutes past 1 p.m. Welcome. My name's Joyce. Remember when you call in, you don't say your name? Kemi, what?
It's just the messages I'm saying.
Well, let's read the messages then. It's Confessions Thursday. When you call in, you do not say your name. We're Nigeria Info. We're back.
No, we're really back.
Wait, how crazy. Are they still talking about the ID card? This is paranoia.
So because you said he should go there, so people are now like trying to look for ways to like corner around the going there, or doing the right thing without like your face being known.
Yeah,
so
but I thought we were moved past that. So what's this message saying?
This message says, let the person burn the ID card since your fingerprint is already on it. It's not safe to take it to the police station. Or this person says
this is some weird level. This is a lack of trust. This is some weird level of incapacity.
That's been created over time.
This is threatening levels of. This is another version of insecurity where something can happen and you can't approach the police because you're guilty.
Oh, because you'll be tagged as guilty.
Yeah, well, at this point, I might as well just call. I mean, with all the messages all of you are sending, we might as well just call the guy guilty at this point, because you're just force feeding him with all the terror in the air.
This person says he should mail the ID card back to the address that's found at the back. If it is any genuine ID card, it shouldn't come near the Nigerian police at all.
So the night post, I mean, you're better off sending pigeons, but hey, yeah.
Now that too. We're just complaining about one department.
It will get there for sure.
So this person says, don't take it to the police directly. If you know a lawyer, the lawyer can accompany you to the police. And if not, well, you should just forget about going anywhere.
Okay, so can we just put this down?
Yeah, no more police people again, please.
I have explained what I think is the consequence of this type of thinking. The discretion is his. It's his prerogative. He decides whether he'll go or not. You have given him clues how to report to authority without showing face, showing name, showing fingerprints, showing address. And I guess he's smart to know exactly what to do at this point.
now.
All right, good. Let's go.
Okay, so this person says, Joyce, why haven't you started a podcast? You're really good at what you do. Trust me, the podcast will be super interesting and educational. Many of your callers will be addicted to your personality. Oh, they are addicted already to your personality, and they are ready to follow you wherever you go. MTN.
That's his name? Oh, yeah, wherever you I really had contemplated having a podcast. I think I'm not. I don't know, the usual sit down and talk to someone. I don't know how I feel about that. It's just typical, I don't like it. I don't like things when they're commonplace, typical.
Well, you can reinvent.
Yeah, I want to. I'm looking at what that will take from me. And the question is, do I really have it to give? You know how beautiful silence is? You know how wonderful it is to know that there's a sinkhole and you tell 12 people and only one person believes you, and you just have to sit back and watch. Do you know what it means to not speak these days? So I really have thought about it. I'm a little undecided. Somebody has sent me a message on Twitter, I believe. I've gotten a number of messages saying, why don't you have a podcast? Why don't you? So the last one I got on Twitter, I actually posted it up on Instagram, and I was asking people the possibility, in quotes, to say, if it would happen, what are you expecting? I guess one from my personality, and maybe on the other hand, what you think hasn't been covered by the numerous options that you have.
Yeah, because it's everywhere. It's
so
pandemic now.
Y'all are speaking. Yeah, I still like sleep and not caring, but I'm gonna get there when I get there. Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe, but I would also like to find people who are curious, people who don't know but want to know. I would like that for company. Maybe when I get enough of that, which I haven't, and I'm getting old. I don't know. I'll get to you when I get to you. And that could just be tomorrow, okay?
Amen.
At least now I know you're outside waiting for me. I'll join you in a moment.
This person is asking for the number to call on WhatsApp.
Yeah, give it to them. Isn't that your job? Why are you here, honey?
5975805. We are going to monitor it now, so once you call, we'll be able to pick.
Oh yeah, WhatsApp callers. Hold on, I'm not monitoring yet. Wait.
This
at person, my word, you hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm monitoring now.
Okay, now she's monitoring. This person is saying all sorts, but okay. It says the boy asks for advice, and you went abstract as a feminist that he thinks that you are.
Pardon me, bring it back. What?
It says the boy asks for advice, and you went abstract as a feminist that he thinks you are.
Pardon me, start all over again. Oh, somebody has a name for me?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Sure.
Okay. So it says, Joyce, this boy asked for advice, and you go on abstract as a feminist that I think you are. The other lady who complained about her boyfriend not spending on her, the relationship is both ways. Has she been given the little she could?
Okay, so I have said before I'm not a feminist, but I don't care to correct your impression of me. Once again, I don't meet a lot of people who think. So now that you're thinking, the only advice I have for you is to just do a good job at it. Like, really. Whatever you think of me is not my business. As long as you're thinking, but between me, you, and if we make it in the future, do a good job at it. The future is going to need it. Now go ahead and think what you will. I don't care. Telephone lines, can we go? Okay, hurry up, girl. Oh, Lord, not again. This is a familiar demon at this point. Oh, this is rare.
Yeah, this is serious.
Okay.
I got married to my husband as a virgin because I couldn't imagine myself with a man. I have been married to him for 2 years now, yet I have no feelings for him. I would rather watch porn to get satisfaction than having sex with him. We have a daughter of 1 year old now.
Oh.
I've tried so hard to stop masturbation, but how long is what do I do?
Wait, first of all, this is a layered problem. This is like an onion type problem. This is that problem that gave birth to another problem. And the second problem gave birth to 4 more problems. Kemi, look, you have to read the message again.
Oh, okay.
Kemi, Kemi, stop it. Hurry up. Move
This
along.
person says, I started masturbating since I was 12. And now I'm 33. I got married to my husband as a virgin because I could not imagine myself with another man or a man. This person says, I've been married to my husband now for 2 years and I have no feelings for him. I would rather watch porn than get satisfaction in having sex with him. I have a daughter of 1 year old now. I'm trying too hard to stop, but it is not working. What do I do?
Why did you marry him then? Yeah. Because here she's stating that she doesn't, at least maybe without words, she doesn't like him enough to want to have sex with him. And she'd rather watch pornography than lay with him.
She doesn't even like anybody. She said she didn't see herself with a man at all.
Why did you, what's wrong with my question? Why did you marry him? Because is he not male? Or did he come to you female and then you married him? Honey, can you please tell me why you married him?
Yeah.
Because maybe we can walk it back and show you the door that you shouldn't have walked through. So that's one. Why did you marry him? Then she's been masturbating since 12?
Yep. And that's why she didn't see herself with any man. So she gets satisfaction from watching than actually committing the act with men.
She has a daughter.
Now, yes.
But she's writing me because she wants to stop.
She wants to stop masturbation and see what it's like.
So there are a number of things that should stop. This setup you have with this guy has to stop. The masturbation has to stop. But there's something also in your wiring mentally or psychologically that needs to stop. So I think I've counted 3 things already that needs to stop. You masturbate because you have a sexual appetite, I want to believe. I'm not sure. Why did you start masturbating at 12? Wait,
that was the question.
So
That's the only question I had.
I'm struggling with the I don't know what to do with that information. I can't quite.
I think it's.
I don't have any sensibility. Were you molested, or you just discovered sexuality and arousal, and you just thought, sure, why not? At 12? Where were your parents? Nobody caught you. Nobody stopped you. Nobody challenged. So I don't know what to do with that angle of the story, because
you know how the devil makes seeing a comfortable 2-bedroom terrace duplex with movies and AC and food inside till you want to leave and you discover that there's a barricade.
And then when God wants to save you, somebody catches you. Somebody yells at you. Someone like, your mom is terrified. Your father cannot believe that this is what he gave birth to. So maybe he's going to attempt to sacrifice himself to save you, like nobody was home. So I don't know what to do with that. But yeah, that guy, you're just torturing the guy. Let him go. Let the man go. Let the man go. Let the man go. We can move. We can have a protest on just that one alone. You let the brother go. And then I don't know what to say about that. Okay, I know what to say. Christ saves.
Yeah.
That's the only door out. I don't know what else to say, because I don't know how you started masturbating at 12 and you did get tired of it. And I'm thinking at this point, if you're young, you're probably almost 30 or you're a little over 30. I still don't have a bearing on the construct of the story.
She said, I married him because of societal pressure.
Well, society is losing its own pressure on itself. I think you can undo that now. You can let the guy go get a divorce. You're torturing the guy.
Do you like him?
It's not
at
even
all?
fair to the guy that you are with him and he can't quite have a life. And
does he know?
Society doesn't even care. Society has too many. Society is so screwed.
That she got married as a virgin.
Society is so screwed. Society rebirths every day. So yesterday, Elon Musk can launch Grook, and today they ban it. So tomorrow we just wait for the next thing. We're just on here. We're like things just hit us like crack.
We're outside.
Yeah, we're outside. Things just hit us like crack today. Okay, we wait for today's dose of garbage, and tomorrow then we make the rules as we go. So don't bother about society anymore. Society doesn't even know what to do with itself. So at least the excuse that it's society keeping you where you are can be undone. You let the brother go, and then you say you want to stop masturbation, and then you can rid yourself of all the materials that somehow remind you of the act or entice you to the act. And this is conflict here. This is a fight for your life, and you must contend with this demon as though you know that if you don't kill it, it will kill you. It's the only way. I've said this many times. It's the same thing for the man as it is for the woman. You're at war with something that wants to hold you slave. And a man who has knowledge would not permit himself to return to a previous time where he was ignorant. So the moment you know that something is happening to you that can potentially destroy you, then you put up the fight of your life to ensure that the thing will not kill you. It's about the only way. Someone is saying speak to a psychologist. It's only because you don't pay me. That's why you think I'm not a psychologist. But yeah, speak to a psychologist, and I'll be here when you're done. Confessions Thursday.
This person says, Joyce, that boy that hates his mom is hating her unjustly. He should go and look for work to do, help his mom take care of the family, since his father can't take care of the family. And please stop hating your mom, okay? That's from another
Why are
mother.
you chiding him? What sort of man hating on man is this? Look, a brother wrote us because he's struggling psychologically. I guess maybe the least we can do is to attempt to be in his shoes momentarily, Who tells you he's not working? Did he talk about unemployment in his family? Like, come on now.
This person says, Merci beaucoup, Joyce. This was the guy that sent the message on behalf of his friend who hates his mom. He says, I think you are correct about culture shaping our thoughts. Or perhaps maybe she's a witch, because how do you explain the situation where you love, care and support a woman, and when you need the same treatment instead of love and care, she treats you like trash? Well, I won't be like his dad who went all out supporting a woman or a wife, and then she turns out to be an emotional pain. Thus, if I'm poor, she must be poorer, and if I'm rich, she remains a housemaid. Mad.
Someone wrote that?
Yes. So, hey. I like to breathe for a minute.
Some of you, some of you, I think Jesus don't even bother no more. It's like, I don't contend with men anymore. Like, I just let them have it. Because someone wrote something, I said something. This is just hate. This is just hate waiting to unleash itself on someone's innocent daughter somewhere. So here, you're not even married. I'm sure nobody loves you.
He's not married.
You don't want anybody to love you. At least that's not exactly what your write-up is about. But you're hoping that peradventure, a father somewhere makes the mistake of giving you his daughter. If you're poor, she will be a wretch. And that if you're rich... Wait, bring it back. Oh, that's what he said?
That's what he said. He said, so because of what he has seen happening in his friend's family, if he will go all out to support either a wife or a woman. If he's married to her and he's poor, she has to be poorer. And then if he's rich, she'll still be a housemaid.
So I saw a video of a hotel. The tour guide taking, who was of course trying to show the public the video, told us it was a presidential palace somewhere in Dubai. And as he walked through the apartments, he said, well, for the men who think that their wives should be in the kitchen, well, I think this is exactly the kind of condition you should put her in. And for a moment, I kind of like that jab, like, okay, well, if you're going to make her a maid, then you make sure the kitchen is gold plated, if you're going to put her in the kitchen, if you think that's exactly where she needs to be, only speak when spoken to, then you veil her in fabrics woven in gold so that she can cover half her face and seal her mouth. But just, over her lips would be a silk fabric. Like, silk, like the finest silk. The only reason you can't see her ears is because they're veiled. But if she dare to reveal a slight skin, the weight in gold could give you a backache. It could just split your heart in two. My brother, my wish for you is that nobody loves you enough to be your victim. And this is only one side of the coin. This is you and your strategy. And just to wish you exactly what you're wishing someone else, I truly wish that the person whom you will meet would have even a better plan. So that while you're scheming on how you will make her a house girl, but you won't put her in a gold-plated kitchen, And by the way, if you're going to put her in that kitchen, she's not cooking. You give her handmaidens. So she can be in the kitchen and have an entire blog or vlog on how the handmaidens move around her in circles, She doesn't need, because you need that kind of money for this kind of evil that you are exhibiting on the show. You need that kind of money. She's chauffeur driven, and please make sure it's, make sure it's the latest Mercedes. So for every year there's a new Mercedes, you buy your housemaid. I mean, you have to be that kind of guy now, right? So if it's 2013, the Benz is 2013. If it's 2015, I'm not saying Rolls Royce, those saloon, fantastic 2015. When you tell someone she's your maid, you're making sense, Because I don't see why anybody would give you their child to enslave. But even better than that, I wish that the woman you find has a better script. I hope that before you enslave her, she sets you up so that you can either enslave yourself or totally demote yourself. When they count men, they don't count you. When they count the living, they can't count you, but you're there. It's Confessions Thursday. Welcome to the show.
Okay, I thought you wanted to.
It's Confessions Thursday. Do I go to the telephone lines or you want to continue?
You just...
Telephone lines, then Nigeria info. It's Confessions Thursday.
Yeah, hello.
Do you have a confession, my friend?
No, just a little comment.
Real quick.
Joyce, it's when women makes money more than and be in a control position, in a position of control, or in homes. Let me put it in broken English. It's sweet than die to lord it over men. I've seen it around me. I don't know why. I don't know if it is that power of the money. That power of money, they control the money gives, the freedom. I don't know what it is. What it is, but when they have it, they lord it. It's something I've seen. But I don't know if it is the money, the power that comes from money. That's what I'm saying. But so it might have nothing to do with witchcraft or whatever. It may have to do with that power that having resources gives. So it turns you, give it that power that men used to have. Thank you.
I don't think you need me to react to that. If a man loved his wife, my chances are, by the calculation, by the mathematical order of life, if you sow it, you reap it, right? Sometimes you reap it, sometimes you sow it, you don't reap it. But by the mathematical order of life, if you give it, chances are you would get it. Like if you do unto others, they will do right back to you. So if you have money and you love your wife and you cherish her, we can truly gamble. We can put our money on the bet that when she makes money, she'll do the same to you. But if you're that kind of guy who you marginalize your wife, you shut her up, you bully her, you remind her you're the man, when she makes that money, doesn't it make sense that she reminds you that she's the man with that money and how you look like a man, but you're not? I'm just saying, it's the money, even for the man, because why are you making it sound as though the man has a claim to his arrogance?
Because the
woman doesn't have a claim to her arrogance when she makes money. If we can tolerate an arrogant man because he has money, why is there a conversation around a woman who has money? The rule is the rule, right? The game is the game. If you love and someone is unfair to you, then heaven bears witness and fights for you, and you understand the universe comes together to your defense.
That's a difference.
And mercy be shown to you. But you've gone to shame somebody, humiliate them, remind them how you bought them from their father for $5 million, and so because you're the one with the money, you reserve the right to do as you please. May heaven remind you the day they make money. It's only sensible that they remind you who the boss is. And like these days, these women are bloody arrogant. They make money. They're good shot callers. So yeah, the game is the game. What am I supposed to say? It's bad? Of course not. I'm too sensible for that. I'm going to go back to WhatsApp. Thank you so much for your company.
This person says, my husband is very good with sex and we both enjoy it. Recently, I told him that I wanted him to use his finger.
Wait, stop. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I don't think I owe it to you to sit through your sexual acts. Don't defile me. I don't care that hard. What's the problem? Just get to the... There's no problem here.
She says...
This is who needs to see a therapist. Why should I have to sit down? What's this, though? You want a third party in your sexual exploit? I don't want to be. What's the problem? Is that a problem?
Yeah, so she says her husband is always acting up when it comes to that side. And she said, moving on, this man called me a whore of recent. He says my libido is too high. He says I'm imagining it the way my ex does it to me, blah, blah, blah. I'm still hot and we are not talking.
When is Jesus coming again?
Soon, I think.
I just about had
nations at war already. So
what kind of problems? Okay, you know what? See a therapist. I was joking the first time I said see a therapist. Now, see a therapist. I can't even help you. So you're not a whore, but he thinks you're a whore. Divorce the guy. No. I don't want to even sit through this.
She said she loved her husband.
Well, here we are. I mean, you have to imagine the kind of love. Does he love her? So here the guy has a lower libido. Why didn't you just say he has a high libido? What's with the nonsense?
So she didn't say he has a low libido.
Oh.
She said it was the acts that she asked him to perform that
it's the
gets him uncomfortable.
Suddenly he feels
and
defiled.
Now he's like, your own is too much, Joe. Your libido is too high. Probably it's your ex that has
and your game is too dirty.
Yeah. And she's like, how did you get here?
I don't know. You know what? Can I admit that I don't know? I reserve the right.
I mean, you're not a shrink, so she don't know.
I don't even care at this point. Look, I don't know. I really think if your husband calls you a whore, you divorce the guy.
She's great. She was crying emoji.
Girl, why are you crying for me now? What's this? Wait, divorce the guy. If your husband calls you a whore, divorce the guy. I mean, there are many things he could have called you. Queen, the love of my life, my star, my moon, the reason my heart beats. I love you. I will give you anything. I would give you everything. You don't need to do nothing for me. I will die if you leave me. Take my money. Take my heart. Take my soul. I bow at your feet. How excellent. He could have called you every good name in the scriptures, but he didn't. He called you a whore. That's grounds for divorce. What are we doing here? Good. Then, see a shrink. You too. Okay, hold on. Let's reverse it. What are you looking for? At this point, because girl, what is it? Because maybe the brother even has a point. And this is why I don't know. What are you Lagos, this is
pass yourself.
No. And I'm trying to really be considerate. But is it possible that maybe you're also... No, not a pushing him too much. You know how it is where you've become... It's like gluttony at this point. This insatiable, unbridled, unmeasured appetite for this thing. So maybe
he's seen that.
So there's a point where it's beautiful, and then it just starts to deep from there. At that point, it's just animalistic. It's just crude. There's no excellence to it. It's not art anymore. It's not lovemaking anymore. It's like you're deliberately just defiling yourself. I don't know if that's what it is. You have to permit my imagination. So see a shrink. I don't know. I promise you I don't. Kemi, the next message.
Amen. This person says she had been masturbating, therefore did she marry as a virgin? Yes, that's what she said. This person says, Joyce, you're asking that lady to leave her relationship because he doesn't give the best advice. Not everything has to end in exit. There's always an underlying factor for someone's behavior. How about you advise them holistically? Anyway, I understand why someone might think you're a feminist. You tend to judge things a lot of times that favors women without considering the man's
hold on a
feeling.
second. You're making this about me. This is Confessions Thursday. If you have an opinion, you give the opinion. I guess I'm the height of your vision, but you can speak to the issues. That's against making it about me, except you probably may not have anything superior to what I have said. So I'm going to say thank you for writing me. I couldn't quite use it for anything. We'll be right back.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3 hash. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3 hash. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
You're listening to Confessions Thursday with Joyce on the sunny side.
Here we are. Confessions Thursday. Nigeria Info, how are you? Hey, wait. Hey, can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, hello, Joyce.
There
Good
you
afternoon.
go. Welcome. Confessions Thursday. You have a confession?
No, I don't want to confess. I just want to react to the subject at hand. Yeah. I want to say, is it an offense now to be sexually expressive? Because as far as I understand, I think, if she can't express her desire to her husband sexually, then who is she supposed to do it with? Maybe it's fantasy or maybe something she likes so much. But if she does not get it through her husband, where is she supposed to get it?
So according to her write-up, she's getting it, but the husband says she's asking for a little too much.
But based on the story, based on the confession, she said she wanted the finger. So I don't think she's asking for too much.
Yeah, but no. Hold on a second. We're speaking of the husband's reaction now. The husband calls her a whore and says she wants too much. So what do you advise for her? Do you think she should send her husband to therapy?
I think her husband is very limited when it comes to, things of the heart and maybe how expressive the woman is supposed to be. And even the husband. Because if I cannot get my wife to, satisfy me, as far as, it's not perverse in what I desire, I think it's my right to request
what should she do? And, what should she do? You know the story. What should she do?
I think, okay, for me, I think, she ought to, she should just get to bring the husband to a very critical place and have this discussion. Are you saying that I don't have the right as a wife to tell you that this is how you should pleasure me? Because as far as I'm concerned, she's being who she is. Is it not better that way than she pretending that all is well and she goes to look for somebody that will do whatever to her outside?
Yeah.
So I think it's for her to bring her husband to that point and make him understand that, look, mister, what has, my request got to do with, you calling me a whore or me being a whore. Right. I think the husband is, I'm sure is all this, not.
Okay, I may have lost you. Hello? Okay, I may have lost you. Thank you. I have a few seconds. So there are a number of you on WhatsApp saying marriage.
The feminist thing is everything. The marriage is not divorce. That's what
I don't care for the feminist thing. What you think about me is not my business. I don't think you have the judgment to be capable of criticizing me. So I don't sweat that one. I don't care. But I said, well, if your husband calls you a whore, get a divorce. And you men are afraid. You're frightful. You truly are afraid. And I like it. And I want you to know that I know it. That you're afraid. If you call your wife a whore, she should divorce you. I said it. It's 2 p.m. I will be back.
Yes.
Information comes power.
We give you more power with information.
99.3
Nigeria Info.
Let's talk. It's 2 o'clock.
The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Lagos, here are the headlines making the rounds at this time. State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says Lagos is open for business and aims to become Africa's top investment hub, whereas the Lagos state government has opened a new oxygen plant at Alimosho General Hospital to boost patient care. Vice President of the Association of Gynecological Endoscopy Surgeons of Nigeria, Professor Jude Okohue, says diet plays a key role in managing fibroids in Africa, as the Lagos state government has announced a 20-year traffic management plan to address growing road congestion. The Lagos State Waterways Authority says it's set to adopt compressed natural gas to power ferries in the state. And a coalition of civil rights groups on Wednesday protested at the Federal Ministry of Works in Lagos, demanding compensation for victims of property demolitions in Okunwaja. Nigeria is pushing back against stricter U.S. visa policies that slash validity periods for students, tourists, and business travelers. The Senate has passed the Electricity Act Amendment Bill 2025 through second reading to rescue Nigeria's failing power sector. The Senate has also ordered a probe into rising Ponzi schemes after crypto bullion exchange allegedly defrauded investors of over 1.3 trillion naira. Former Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, says no single APC leader made President Buhari in 2015, insisting Buhari already had 12.5 million votes before mergers added 3 million. Former UN Ambassador Professor Ibrahim Gambari wants Nigerians to choose competent leaders in 2027, while the Supreme Court has upheld Senator Monday Okpebolo's election as governor of Edo State, ending legal disputes over the 2024 polls. NAPTIP operatives in Katsina have busted a human trafficking ring and rescued 3 young women forced into prostitution. And troops of Operation Hadinkai have killed 24 Boko Haram terrorists in coordinated raids across Borno State between the 4th and the 9th of July. And Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has opened a major conference in Rome to rally global support for rebuilding Ukraine and boosting air defenses. And that's all for now. It is back to Confessions Thursday with Joyce right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Yvonne Ohaifel. Thank you for your time.
It's all about Nigeria
and the rest of the world.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens.